stretch session. So nothing too complicated, nothing too tricky, nothing too long, just a nice, good stretch, full body, release some tension, get rid of some stress, and feel better when we're done. So we're gonna start on our mats on our knees. We're gonna come into a tabletop position, so hands and knees squared up, and we're gonna start slowly, with a big inhale in and a rounding of our back. So we're pushing up through our shoulder blades, pushing down through the earth, and then exhaling, dropping the spine low and extending the head back. So we're stretching all the way from our tailbone through our neck. Again, big inhale in, press up, round everything up, and exhale, sink down. Do one more. And exhale, full extension. From here, we're going to go ahead and rest our hips back, reach our hands forward, bring the chest down, rest your head on your mat if you're able, and we'll have a nice quiet child's pose. Nice and quiet, just listening to our breath. All right, from here we'll come up just about halfway onto those forearms. We're going to keep our toes together here and open our legs up to the edge of our mats. Then we're going to sink our hips back again. And again, just rest here. Resting your head down if you can. This opens up our hips. Coming back up onto our forearms, bringing the knees back in, separating the feet shoulder width apart. We'll bring our right knee forward, slide it up with our left leg back. Bringing that knee into center. We're going to lower everything down, bring your rib cage down to your thigh, and have a pigeon stretch. Releasing some tension in the hips that might be tight from sitting. Good, you're gonna go ahead and roll back onto your hip bone. And we're gonna kick our left leg back, grab onto it, and get a good thigh stretch, quad stretch. If you're not feeling flexible enough to go ahead and grab your leg, you can just kick it back behind you as far up as you're able to get it and just hold it there. Otherwise, go ahead and grab onto your toe and get that stretch. And go ahead and release that left foot. Come back into center, roll yourself back up. We're going to switch legs, so right leg goes back, left leg comes forward, knee is in center, and rest your rib cage down. Right, again from here, you're gonna roll backwards onto those seated bones, kick your foot back and get that stretch in through the quad. Again, if you're not feeling flexible enough, you can set the leg down and just bring it back as much as you can. Otherwise, go ahead and grab your toe. You can rest on this front forearm, and we'll get a nice quad stretch. And release. bring ourselves back to center, pushing up, bringing us back to that tabletop position. We're going to bring our right leg forward, inch your toes forward, and we're going to come into a low lunge stretch. If you're not feeling flexible enough here, you can release slightly and you can stay upright. All right, we'll go ahead and switch. So bring that left leg forward. Coming into that low lunge. Extending the right knee back. Really good stretch into our hips. Again, if we're a little bit more stationary than we're used to, whether it's just, enjoying some time on the couch, relaxing, or if we're now doing seated work from home, whereas we might have more traditionally been active, those hips might be feeling a bit tight. Okay, and release, back onto our knee. We're going to one more time take our hips back down into child's pose, reach the fingertips forward. Relax in the shoulders. We have a tendency to want to hunch up here around our ears. Go ahead and release that tension and just let it go. All right, let's come up. Let's roll everything over onto our backs. So we're flat on our mats here, completely flat on your mat. Go ahead and bring your right knee into your chest as far as you can. Bring it in, stretching through the low back. And release, bring our left knee up. And we're going to bring both knees in, so bring that right knee back up. You can hug around those knees. Bring them into your chest. And release. Continuing with some stretch and release for our low back. Let's take our left knee across our body and drop it down onto the ground. And then we're going to open up our arms and look to our right side. Getting some spinal twist. Good, go ahead and switch. So kick that left leg straight. Take the right knee, bring it across over the body. And this time you're going to open up to your left side. Or you're going to bring your right knee over your left side, open up to your right side. And let's take a minute to bring everything back to center. Flat on our backs, legs extended out. And let's bring both arms overhead. As flat as you can be. Try and extend as much as you can and just rest here for a moment. Eyes open or eyes closed. Big, or 3 big deep breaths. All right, we're going to bring our right leg up, foot on the ground. We're going to cross over. You're going to bring your left ankle across onto your knee. Call this a figure 4 stretch. You've got the number 4 right here. And then you're going to lift your right foot off the ground and grab back behind your thigh, your hamstrings. And you're going to, as much as you can, pull this leg into you. You want to keep this left knee out to the side. Again, if you're not if you're not confident with your flexibility, this right here with your foot on the ground might be stretch enough. If you're feeling this here, then go ahead and stay here. If you're looking for a little bit more of a deeper stretch, go ahead and pick that leg up. All of these stretches should be to the point of just a slight stretch. We don't want any pain or discomfort. It's not one of those scenarios where, you know, the more it hurts, the better it is. That could be more far from the truth. Just that slight stretch. We'll go ahead and switch sides. So left foot goes on the ground. Right ankle crosses over the left knee. If you're feeling the stretch here, you're going to stay here. Otherwise, you're going to grab on the back of your left leg and pull it into you ever so slightly. Go ahead and release, and we'll roll ourselves up to a seated position. We can just cross our legs here in the center. Some great stretches for the hips and the lower body. Let's focus on our upper body a little bit. Hands on our knees or out front on our legs. Let's do some big shoulder rolls back. And forward. Good. Go ahead and take your left arm, cross it over your chest, and using your right arm, you're going to want to bring it in. Relax your shoulders down from your ears. You want to avoid this crunch, hunch we normally get. Just get that stretch across here, the front of your arm. And switch. Good. Now stretch for the back of the arms, the triceps. Takes your left arm over your head. Push the elbow down. Hand should be in the center of your back. Switch arms. Right palm in the middle of your back. Good, and release. Let's bring left hand down on the mat. Right hand comes up and over. We're going to get a nice side stretch over to one side. Bring that right arm up high and wide. Bring it down to the mat. Left arm comes up and over. Again, getting that opposite side. Back up to center. We'll bring both hands to our knees. We'll take a big breath in, roll those shoulders up, and go ahead and roll them down. Release some of that tension. Awesome job today. Hopefully you get to this stretch. Like I said, super quick, super simple, just to release some of that stress and tension that might be building up with this new climate that we've got. Thanks for watching. Let us know what you'd like to see, and please comment on how you like this video.